everybody, happy Thursday. And since it's Thursday, I have taken some of your questions. Today's are actually from the website, and if you haven't hopped on to katimorton.com, I would encourage you to do it. And I have two questions that are really good and different things that I haven't even talked about yet, if you can imagine. So let's get started. First question says, Kati, I've had PTSD for 12 years. My nightmares have gotten to the point that I'm afraid to sleep some nights, mostly when something triggers my startle response. How can I help myself stop being afraid to fall asleep? I wake up most nights in cold sweats and shaking. I'm almost always reliving parts of my trauma, and I would give anything, including give up sleep, not to go through that again. Okay, so there are a couple of facets to this. The first being, I don't know if you're seeing a therapist, but if you are, let them know about this. And if you aren't, make sure you're seeing someone. Reach out to someone. I know that trauma work can be so exhausting and so hard, but I promise you it's worth it. And so if you are seeing someone, let them know. It's very common, like I've said before, about a lot of different things, that it can get worse before it gets better. And when we first open up Pandora's box of our trauma, whatever it may be, whatever our past abuse or situation may have happened to us, when we open that up and we start dissecting it and talking about it and trying to process through it, it can get a little worse at first before it gets better, because we hadn't talked about this in ages and we tried to just deal with it, but dealing really means stuffing it down. And so when we open that all up, all that stuff comes out and it can be really overwhelming. And so it's important to have some extra support during this time, because it can get worse. There are also some things that you can do to help yourself better sleep. I have a video about how to go to sleep. I also have a video about, it's an FAQ from forever ago that's like, how to overcome PTSD nightmares. And so you can watch that again if you would like. But there are things that you can do as far as doing some journaling about positive things that have happened in your life before you go to bed. Creating the dream for yourself as you're going to sleep of like happy things, like, so I'm in my house with my friend and we're having a really nice time. And so you can start to kind of create the dream that you want to have, and that can sometimes help. But the thing that will end up helping the most is therapy and really processing it through. And I promise it will go away. These nightmares will go away. Just let them know that you're struggling, and hopefully, it'll get better sooner rather than later. And if anybody has any advice as well, leave it below, because that's just my experience clinically, and I know it can be really hard at the beginning, and sometimes it's good to get some other information from people who've experienced it themselves. Okay, question number 2. Hey, Kati, I recently told my parents about sexual abuse that happened to me when I was 12. The person who did it is now out of my life, and I have not been abused by him for 4 years. They asked me if I wanted to charge him, but I didn't think that I wanted to. But my best friend doesn't understand. She thinks it's selfish and that I need to, because he might hurt another girl. I'm not sure I could handle it though. I don't know if that's what's best for me. Is it selfish not to want to press charges? First of all, no, it's not selfish. It's your recovery. It's your situation. It's your body. It's what happened to you. You have the right to decide whether or not you want to press charges. If you do think that he is going to hurt someone else, or he's around children of the age that you were when he abused you, I would encourage you to report it. If I was your therapist and I knew he was around other people and he has the potential to abuse them, then I would have to report it. But it's really your choice. It's something that is completely unique to you, something that your own process and your own recovery has to call for. I find that it really depends on the person, and where you are in your recovery. If you're working with a therapist and you're talking it out, I'm sure they would encourage you to press charges, because for a lot of people, it can feel very freeing in a weird way. Like, okay, I've done that, close the book. I've made people aware of what a horrific person this person is, and it can feel kind of good. But I've had other people who never wanted to report it and don't feel any worse for it. It's your own choice. There are benefits to it. If you still feel so angry at the person and you just can't deal, that can sometimes relieve some of that. But the main way that we will heal from this and move past it is in therapy and talking it through, and maybe group therapy too, so you can hear from other people's experiences and know all the things that you're thinking aren't weird or don't make you crazy. It's just part of the process of overcoming the abuse. And I don't know what type of abuse, but if it was sexual, the Courage to Heal workbook is really great for that. But I would just encourage you, above all things, for right now, to find a therapist, to start talking about it, start opening up, start processing through it, and then know that you're open to decide whatever you want. It's your decision. It's not anyone else's. Did it happen to them? No. So take your own time, decide what's best for you, and that doesn't make you selfish. You're just taking care of yourself. And last time I checked, self-care isn't selfish. Am I right? Okay, I love you all. I will see you on probably Friday, because Saturday is the 4th of July. Yay! So I'll probably post a journal topic this week on Friday, so you get to hear my song. But I will see you all then tomorrow. Bye!